Hello. Wait a minute. Uh, Hello? Ah, okay, there we go. Hello, welcome in. And let's get in game. We're playing more Horizon. Capture. And let's get this show going. Hmm. I need to hunt some more machines. But no, I want to find out what that is first. That was to the south. And then we'll go inside and bet you that's a black box. Just gotta figure out how to get up there. Spider breath. Can I get in there? Oh, let's try down here and see. I'm not getting in under there. I see something?
I could reach the wing. I might be able to use that to get in.
Oh. I'll grab a point to get me up here. Ah, there we go. Black box.
This is Romeo requesting status update. Flight 41, you need to adjust your course to avoid the swarm. Can you respond? Over. Flight 41, please acknowledge. My sensors are showing their cabins depressurized. I think the crew's gone and they're on autopilot. Flight 41's a ghost flight.
Whatever happened to the people on that plane? They weren't there to respond. They were trying to survive. As Pharaoh's machines swept the planet of life. All those people lost. To one man's ego.
Yep.
My focus has detected another flight recorder.
Oh, I see. I could have gone up that way. Depressurized cabin and plane on autopilot. Wonder if the plane got hacked.
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hekarro and Marshal Kotallo await you within.
Well,
The cool route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hekarro's throne. And Ether.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
oh, have I gotten that one yet? Nope.
This must lead to the arena.
Okay.
It's another part of the ruins. Turned into a fighting ring.
Look at them all. They know a battle is coming.
Regalla can try all she likes. We'll crush her.
I hope you're right, Marshal.
Ooh,
Huh. This could be useful.
Wow. They sure did a lot of construction around here.
Are we
Oh,
all
there's
set
a
at the
ballista.
watchtower?
Yes. Scorpion Squad secured the weapon.
Good.
Oh, let's get this started.
Aloy. It seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heel. Literally.
Kotallo helped.
Yes. Tekote reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well. But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regala will come for me.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Kotallo,
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regala means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
you will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
Oh. Keep the machines from breaking the party. I can do that.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
He's confidence.
The grove, the arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the 10. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Sacrifice.
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the cool route where they fell.
Oh, joy. What?
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done.
Well,
I've got some shards riding on
The
this.
marshals shall stand.
huh? I now have a martial outfit. Okay.
Again.
This is a ceremony, not entertainment.
Your
That
blade-
low lander contestant has already passed their best.
Your enemy is mine.
It will take more than...
Hikaru must think his favorites will win the honors today.
You think any of them are worthy marshal?
Extra guards.
You're
Regala will
watching
come for the
history,
chief.
Outlander.
Only question.
I think the desert.
A battle's
Titan
coming.
will triumph.
You can
No
feel it in the
lowlander is
air.
gonna stand alongside us here, Outlander.
There's Tekote, with his thugs, of course.
Look, comrades. The chief's champion. What
Oh.
Hey, I saw
Has
that.
Tekote fixed his
May your
ego before
blade be
coming here?
bright.
Your marks are true.
Oh. let's see what he has to say. I'm surprised he even showed up.
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regala's troops, if I were you.
Yeah, Aloy is not easily intimidated.
Your blade be bright.
Be guided by the
Okay. Where's Fire Tripcaster?
Okay. Hikaru's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
Regala will throw her best at us, but we must hold. And look, we are not alone in this fight.
I can drop 3 of those. Okay, so I've got fire, ice bombs available.
Focus on the machines. Take them down. And Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed.
Oh. So she's a commander, too.
Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the Kulrut from below. But from above...
Not bad.
Oh.
Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours.
Okay.
Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
Oh, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Self.
Tana!
They do like their spikes.
The Kulrut is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach! All who take down a machine shall be named Marshal. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did, and seize your glory.
Nice speech. Oh. We know that trick. they come.
Here they come!
Hold them back! Defend the Kulrut!
Alright, where's the Ravager?
Keep firing, Aloy!
Right on target!
Push through! Just a few stragglers left. Damn! A big one! Incoming! Bring it down! Stand firm!
Forty rounds remaining.
That can't be all of them.
That's all the small fry.
There. What is that?
Trouble.
I don't know.
Get out of the way!
Hold the defenses!
Go!
Oh. Being a burrower. It's coming right from underground.
Chief!
Well, this fight just went into the arena. Oh. Oh. Cute. Where did the burrower go? Well. Oh, there it is. Oh, one of those. Well,
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire!
nobody was manning that to begin with?
Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm! I gotta take this thing down and catch up to Regala. Hopefully the Denox will fire a few shots from that ballista.
Dang it.
I'm in position!
Something
Let's
ignited.
bring this thing down!
Did I get it? That was the weaker of the two spear throws.
Finally. I hate those things. Regala went after Hikaru and Katalo. I gotta get to them. Outlasted.
Go! Regala went after the chief in the throne room. Help the chief.
The chief's in the throne room. Stop Regala.
We've got this.
Okay. Oh, there goes the plane.
Kotallo!
I think she might be outnumbered.
This isn't finished! I'll be back with everything I have! And all who stand with Hekarro will be run red.
Really?
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go.
Yeah, that test got a little more complicated than...
I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
Yeah. Our agreement did not specify, did not include protecting him. Uh-huh. Thought so.
This is it. Aether's below. What was this place? There. That console.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Aether. Time to go home. Yes. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Aether's subordinate function to original code.
Well.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the Ten are now clear to us. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Hekarro saw years ago. All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived.
Well.
Aloy, here. Let's talk.
Huh? Oh. Can't turn it off, I guess.
Come here.
Oh.
Aloy, here. Let's talk.
Oh. That looks pretty weird.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hekarro.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Uh-oh.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
But Hekarro needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life.
Wow.
Just what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
He's gonna have a lot of
Go to the
catching up.
mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours. Should be interesting.
Oh, wait till you get your first focus. And start seeing lights all over the place.
All right, I need to get Ether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
My strength is yours.
strength. I finally earned enough medals from the hunting grounds to trade with Ducka.
Not bad.
Join JTF-10 for a covert operation deep within the rainforest.
I was still a few little short.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Nope, not telling.
Good day.
What you're up to.
Whether at home or abroad, JTF-10 protected assets critical to the
Let us hope
insurrection.
the new marshals don't be
Deep
the
in
fate of
jungle,
those at the embassy.
concealed by mud and darkness,
False courage.
they laid their traps for their enemies.
Well, if you're ever in need of a sparring partner.
Maybe I'll take you up on that. But don't think I'll go easy on you.
Your blade be bright.
Good.
Honor and strength.
We held off Regala once. We'll do it again.
Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert. Where others feared the Mojave's raging sandstorms, JTF soldiers used them for cover, crippling enemy supply lines.
Good day.
Honor and strength.
Observe the grit of JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone. Trained to outlast, conditioned for any climate. JTF-10 were elite defenders in even the most remote mountain landscapes.
Huh.
Aren't you supposed to be on guard duty?
Be guided by the 10.
Huh.
Aloy, a word, if
Out
you
in
will?
the field or relaxing at base, Joint Task Force 10 acted as one. Led by Colonel Edward de la Hoya, their bodies and weapons were always honed for battle. Meals, ink, bruises.
Aloy,
These daredevils of the sky
do you
shared
have a
it all.
moment?
I wonder if that's where they get the idea to tattoo their arms.
I had a good run at the hunting grounds the other day. Earned a half stripe.
Joint Task Force.
Please. Full stripe or don't even...
Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Cavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No. He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hekarro cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Cavo is the last of my blood.
If Cavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hekarro let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try.
Yeah, the chief probably understands the foolishness of youth. And as she pointed out, marking one's...
You said Cavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hekarro, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo from following the trail of blood.
What made Kavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clan's back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Kavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
I'll help you find your grandson, if I can. Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Kavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Kavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
Let's go.
Might as well.
Good. This way. The outpost isn't far.
Well, slight detour.
I could earn 3 half stripes.
Yeah, but they're still just half stripes.
Perhaps Regala's threats were
How
empty.
many do you have?
The cool...
Too many to count.
Oh, I don't think her threats were empty. I mean, she made an attempt. Probably did not expect someone to be there who knew how to handle a heavy weapon. Or a giant snake.
You know, the rebels aren't going to give up without a fight.
Then we'll have to give them one. The bloodshed won't end until Regala is defeated. And what matters is the soldier they took captive, Nakala. She's been their prisoner for some time now. She's my only lead to finding Kavo.
We'll get her back. And then Kavo too.
I suspect the tricky part will be getting Kavo to come willingly.
The outpost should be just ahead.
Wait, I think I cleared this place already. But I didn't see a prisoner.
Then the trail's gone cold.
Maybe not. Let's go take a look. We might be able to figure out what happened to her.
That is funny. Like,
Our scouts said they saw Nakala tied up at a wood post.
Let's look around.
There. That's the post.
Well, no Nakala, obviously. But maybe the rebels moved her. I can look for tracks. There. Tracks leading away from the post.
Where do they go?
There's rope. Just enough to bind someone. Blood. From the rebels or Nakala?
Dead end.
No. I think there's something under that wood.
Take my hand, Nakala. Steady now.
Where am I? Chaplain? Is that you? And with an Outlander. Whoa. How'd you end up down there?
Rebels had me strung up. They thought I'd give up intel about lowland squad movements by letting me bake in the sun. Managed to slip my bonds and make a run for it. They made me pay for that. Last thing I remember was a crack on the head and the taste of dirt. How'd you end up here?
We're looking for Cavo. His squad was last spotted leaving this outpost.
Yeah, he was here. It was his squad that attacked us on the road. My comrades got away, but I was taken. Cavo tied me to the post himself. If you're looking for him, Chaplain, I'm afraid you'll only find a dead end. His loyalties are clear.
Do you know where his squad went?
I overheard them mention Fall's Edge.
Then we'll pick the search up from there. I'll go ahead and meet you at Fall's Edge, southwest of here.
Dekka, if Cavo attacked her squad?
No! He's not lost to us yet. We have to find him and turn him from this path.
Okay. I'll see you there. What about you? That wound needs to be looked at.
It'll scar. I just need to rest a bit, then I'll report into the Grove. I'm telling you, Bloodhair. The chaplain might not want to hear it, but her grandson is a traitor.
I guess we'll see about that.
Well, fortunately, this place been cleared out.
Don't worry about me. I'll report into the Grove.
Always fun to run across an outpost I've already obliterated. Alright. And a black box. Another rebel outpost. Wells. Yeah, I guess we can take care of that outpost later. I could use a mount. No convenient mounts along the way. Okay. Are we running? Oh, that's just that. I guess once we get air back, those should diminish. Wind turbines. Oh, heck.
Oh, stalkers. My favorite invisible killing machines.
Oh. Hi there. Hi. Lay down. Oh, there's another one of these.
keep this.
Oh. Aha.
Feeling exposed out here. Without the cover of the jungle.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Acid's not gonna hurt it much.
My path is this way. Oh.
Those jaws look like they could crush metal and bone alike.
Fellow black. Wow, that's quite a few critters. Oh, hello. Oh.
Ah!
come from? Oh.
Now I need more.
Woo. All sorts of salvage around here.
Well, you look edible. Once you're cooked. There's Fall's Edge. Dekka should be waiting for me in there.
I want to hit the quick save. All right.
Honor and strength.
Okay, so this is a friendly place.
I've been thinking. I'm going to petition to join the Chief's army. How about this already? With everything that happened, I feel like I need to do more. For the plan.
Could you imagine what it feels like? Okay.
Oh.
Charging at an enemy, blade in hand? It must be something.
Careful now.
But you and me,
Like that
guarding
is
the
dangerous, I
morning
guess.
road? Maybe even I know where my in the arena. Come on, you've got to admit.
Yes, it would be nice to have a friend there. Good day.
I'm telling the truth.
Listen to him, Oroke.
Not a chance. He's a traitor.
Oh boy, let me guess. Her son.
Dekka, what's going on?
Aloy, I'm glad you're here. This is Aroke, leader of Fall's Edge.
So you've enlisted the Chief's champion in your dull-bladed efforts.
You must be Cavo, then.
My grandson. And a soldier trying to right his mistakes.
Or trying to lure us into a trap. My scouts caught him, sneaking around on the outskirts of the village.
I wasn't sneaking around. I was coming to warn you. The rebels are planning an attack. They're going to send a machine straight through this village. I left my post when I realized what they were planning. You have to believe me.
Where are the rebels now?
They were hunting for the machine north of here. I can show you the way.
The only thing you'll do is face trial by combat. You betrayed your clan. Your chief. Blood and blades will decide your fate.
I'll fight whoever you want, after we stop the attack.
Alright.
Why destroy this village? I thought Regala's fight was with Hekarro.
Hekarro was a lowlander before he was chief. Unlike the Desert and Sky clans. We stand behind him without question. Fall's Edge is a strategic midpoint between the Grove and our capital on the coast.
It's true. Our orders were to cut off Hekarro's support from the Lowland clan. But I thought that meant disrupting supply routes, not slaughtering an entire village.
Yes.
You said you defected after you found out about the attack. Why'd you change your mind?
When I joined the rebels, I thought Regala was going to lead us into battle against our old enemy, the Carja. But all we've done is kill each other. And for what? Pride? Vengeance? So when my squad leader told us about the mission to destroy this village, I left my post.
Don't believe his lies. Anyone who deserted the tribe to join Regala knew exactly what they were getting themselves into.
Not everyone.
Yeah, as you said, young and dumb. Looking for glory against ancient enemy, i.e. the Carja.
If Cavo is telling the truth, this whole village is in danger. We have to find and stop these rebels.
The rebels built a campfire north of the river, near the cliffs. I can show you the way from there.
Okay. Open it up, Aroke.
No. I won't give him the chance to escape. The traitor stays here until his trial by combat.
Then I invoke blood for blood. I will take Cavo's place until he returns.
You're making a mistake, Chaplain. The clan needs your guidance, not the lies of this bare-armed boy.
The right has been called. Cavo will go with Aloy.
Then I'm going to. If the boy speaks truth, you'll need my blade. If he lies, I'll run him through. I must make arrangements here first. Then I'll bring the boy to the meeting place.
Fine. I'll see you there.
Oh. Oh boy. Well, no chance it's a camp I've already fought. There's one there, and there's one there. With acid bristlebacks. Alright, I need to be right back for a moment. That's a good sight.
Don't mind her. You up for a game of strike later? Okay. But you should know that I got some safety last one. Your blade is right. Well, good thing I have a little something called strategy. Talk yourself up all you want. We'll settle this one forward. going to petition to join the Chief's Guard. What brought this up? With everything that's happened, I feel like I need to do more. For the clan, for the tribe. Okay. I'll join too then. Aren't you supposed to be on guard duty?
Be guided by the 10.
But you and me, guarding the Memorial Grove? Maybe even catching some fights in the arena. Come on. I guess it would be nice to have a friend there. That settles it then. You up for a game of strike later? Okay. But you should know that I got some new pieces since you last went into the hotel. Well, good thing I have a little something called strategy. Good day. Talk yourself up all you want. Just send this on board. So, I don't think...
Alright, and I'm back.
I'm going to petition to join the Chief's Guard.
Nope.
What brought this on? With everything that's happened, I feel like I need to do more. For the clan.
Yeah, Regala doesn't dare make a move on the Karja now. She probably, A, doesn't have the forces necessary to make such a move. And B, if she were to make such a move now, she doesn't have the backing of the rest of the Tenakth, which means she would end up with fighting a war on two fronts. On the worst kind, too. A war in her front and a war at her back.
You should know that I got some friends. Be guided by the 10. Well, good thing I have a little something called strategy. Talk yourself up all you want. We'll settle this on board.
The campfire that Cavo mentioned should be nearby.
What's taking so long? They should be here already.
Someone's waiting ahead. But not Cavo or Roque. Rebels. Friends of Cavo's?
Wow.
Were these rebels waiting to ambush whoever showed up? Cavo has some explaining to do. Better wait at the campfire for him and Roque.
Yep.
Pack's full. I can get it from my stash later.
Not much of an ambush, there's just 3 of them. I mean...
Found a few of your friends when I got here, Cavo. You're not off to a great start.
They must have been out on patrol. I swear on the 10, I didn't know they'd be here.
What did I tell you? His lies are an open sore. Better we cauterize it now than let it fester.
No! I'm telling the truth!
Untie him.
As you say. But this is a mistake.
And my weapon?
If you think...
Just give it to him, Oroke. We need to get moving.
Oh.
Lead the way.
Note. Boy. Yeah. Aloy took down 3 of your companions. Or, well, they might not be his companions, but either way. I was solo.
Where does this lead? Cavo mentioned the rebels were around here. Is that their camp? Oh, one way to find out. It looks like I can climb along the cliff.
Yep. Wow. They'll just kind of overtake him on the whole climbing aspect.
Where is everyone?
No rebels, no machine.
Acid ammo
What
could
did I
help here. Over there, by the falls.
Blood of the Ten.
Cover me while I check
If that thing runs through Fall's Edge, the village stands no chance.
Then we stop them. Right here.
On your lead, Aloy.
Nothing will stand in our way now!
Oh.
Grab your gear. We march on Fall's Edge.
We're getting shot at!
There's nothing.
I've got your back.
How'd you get here?
Hello! You will get it! We're under attack!
Ow.
It's Cavo! He led them right to us! Hit her harder!
Oh, ow. Whoop, hi there. Oh. Alright. It is hardball time.
I've got her! Hit him hard! More ammo for you!
Use this to reload!
Oh.
Can't! Get up!
Don't you dare lose her!
Oh. Oh. Okay, who's doing that? Oh, hi there. Oh. Oh. Any more?
Lost the outline. You're gonna beg me for a quick death.
Oh, there she is.
You're gonna make me work for it, aren't you?
Over here.
We did it.
pressure on it.
Oh, one dead behemoth.
Cavo, you're bleeding.
I'll be fine. What matters is the attack was stopped.
Because of your warning, you saved many lives today.
Come on. Let's get you back to Falls Edge.
I guess I cracked some ribs, too.
Go on ahead. I'll see him back to the village.
Okay. I'll let Dekka know what happened.
Well. Is there a campsite nearby? Just that one to the south. Speaking of which, oh, we've got ads starting soon.
I heard you got some fresh ink. What'd you do?
Took down a Ravager the last time I was out in the wilds.
How did you manage that?
Lucky shot broke off its cannon. I picked it up right as the machine lunged at me. Never felt so alive. It's too damn cold.
Sounds like a Mark Willard. I think I might head over to the hunting grounds later. You in?
Sure.
Good day.
Might as well set a new record.
Well, why don't we make this more interesting then? First to a full stripe. Loser gets the train dirty.
Maybe I'll take you up on that. You're on. Don't think I'll go easy on you.
So, Pelican Squad, how's it going?
Ugh, the scabs tricked me.
What'd they make you do?
They said it's tradition for the new recruit to sleep in a pelican nest.
You actually fell for that?
Good day.
I spent the whole night shivering and
Honor and
swatting
strength.
away beaks. You can't argue with a river. We need to
Oh,
evacuate.
I forgot the BRB.
I think I might head over to the hunting grounds later. You in? We might as well hand over the lowland
Sure.
to the rebels.
Might as well set a new record. All I'm saying is that we can't.
Well, why don't
go
we
on
make
like
this more
forever.
interesting then? First to a full stripe. Loser gets latrine dirty.
You're on.
Pelican Squad, how's it going?
Ugh, the scabs tricked me.
So, the Sky Clan's mighty wall crumbled.
Serves Tekote right for being stupid enough to refuse the chief's orders.
You actually fell for that.
Your enemy is mine.
I spent the whole night shivering and swatting away beaks.
I heard you got some fresh ink. What'd you do?
Honor and strength.
Took down a
All right.
Ravager the last time I was out in the wilds.
How did you manage that?
Lucky shot.
We
broke
need
off its
warriors,
cannon.
not
I picked
acrobats.
it up right as the machine lunged at me. Never felt so alive.
Whoops.
Honor and strength. Be guided by the ten.
saw you training in the
You
pit the
swing
other
like an
day.
utar.
The man denied my request.
My blade's not
Said no one can run the trial in the Valley of the Fallen. No exceptions.
Checker closed it off. Nope. Not
Let's see. Wow. Hmm. All right. Frost arrows, huh? Might be handy. Ooh.
Yeah, I know what you're up to.
A good purchase.
There's a difference between danger and throwing
Two slots, very rare. Not enough. Okay, more of those bike holders. More of those would be useful. Don't know about that one.
Outlander, will you trade today?
All right. Ah.
be guided
Dad
by
needs
the
some
Ten.
dangerous ideas.
I know where my loyalties lie, but you've got to admit, it's
Work on your
impressive.
defense.
Only earned enough medals from the hunting grounds to take the Ducka.
Taking down both the machines.
All this sweat, and I'm still not cooling off.
So the machines have... How do they do it? Tame them to ride, that is.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Could you imagine what it feels like? Charging at an enemy blade in hand?
There you are,
Oh.
Aloy. But without Cavo and Uroke. 3 leave, only you return? What happened?
Cavo was telling the truth. The rebels had a behemoth. Cavo was injured in the battle, but we stopped the attack. Uroke...
Regrets that he doubted the boy.
They
Your
know that.
grandson proved himself to be honest and brave, Chaplain. He's loyal to the lowland.
So you'll release him?
Oh, he's earned his freedom. But it'll take many more deeds to earn back the rest of the clan's trust.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Thank you, Aloy.
Indeed. Falls Edge owes you a great debt. May this begin to repay it.
Thank you.
As soon as you're healed, I have so much to show you.
Welcome back, Cavo.
Good day. Honor.
All right. I've almost got this tree maxed out. Oh. Okay.
And now I can't remember what I was saying. Ugh. It's fine. And now I can't remember what I was saying.
Oh, so that's what a shield caster is.
Well, I finally earned enough
I know
medals
what you're
from
up
the
to.
hunting grounds to trade the Ducka.
Not bad. There's a weapon.
My blade fights with
Okay, so all the way back there. Let's head back to base and turn this Gaia core in. Our first one. Where'd this land me? Oh.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
What do we got?
If you're ever in need of a quick refuge, there's an ancient tunnel north of here that machines tend to avoid. I scouted it many times trying to find a way further in, but the way is blocked. Whatever the Ten had in there, they kept it locked away.
Thanks for letting me know.
The dry yarn.
Stay alert.
Miss this chance to
Might be a good idea to take a look around if I'm in the area.
Task meters. Yeah. Okay, where? There we go. No stairs, huh? Guess at some point we might want to fix that. The base.
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Erend. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom.
Wait.
You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Kotallo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods.
Ooh.
So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Go. Love birds.
Oh, and I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
I wouldn't have taught you the song if I didn't like the way you sing it.
So you like hearing me butcher Utaru music?
I sure don't. You sound like a dying longleg.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Oh, of course.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates.
SOS.
Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Eleuthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
Beware.
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
There's also that beware. It's like cry for help and with a warning.
Why would Eleuthia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Eleuthia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then.
So it makes a point. After all, the transmission was so subtle that she almost missed it herself. And if you're trying to lure somebody out, you wouldn't necessarily be that subtle for fear that your message is going to be missed and your target doesn't realize that somebody tried to ping them. On the other hand, if Gaia missed it, there's a chance that anybody else who might have been listening in, like the Zeniths, might have missed it.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
And if it's a trap, you'll have backup.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Aloy's not necessarily used to working with a team.
I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
A subordinate function, yeah.
Okay, I have more skills. see. Red-eyed Watcher. Amberjaw. Ah. Ooh, we almost got all of them. And another function that theoretically we don't actually need anymore, since its function is served. Ooh, I know.
Looks like this room's changed. Is that your doing, Gaia?
Yes. I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
Yeah. Somebody's studying.
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
Oh. Don't need to understand everything. That comes in time. I mean, what Aloy understands of her focus and how to use it, she learned over what? 15 years? 14 years? Since she's been playing with it since she was a child.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
We just have to figure out how to get the blade to actually cut.
What do you think of our squad?
They seem eager to fight. Though I admit it is strange to see an Utaru in the ranks. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
She seemed pretty effective when she took out the machines that were guarding this base.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
She's not typical of her kind.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Yes. And worse. Fact. I guess nobody's told him about the Pharaoh Plague.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Cool Route. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Cool Route. Many times I imagined it as a child. the feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
Oh, yeah.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light, from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Someone like Tekote can't imagine anyone that isn't as ambitious as he is. Therefore, anyone with fighting skill must obviously want to be chief, and therefore would eventually challenge him.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself. Even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
In this case, he had no ambitions to move any further, but thanks to Tekote's scheming, he actually gained another mission.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best marshal. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
Oh.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. I overheard that Varl and Erend are to accompany you on a mission. Do you require my assistance?
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done. May the Ten walk with you.
Guarding the base is not a bad thing. After all, if somebody were to actually get in here and do something to
Aloy,
Gaia...
We've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Cool.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least. And heartbreaking. That such life should be bent on destroying ours.
Yeah. Alright, we'll go back to this.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected, and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear.
She's becoming our data analyst. Having somebody to go through all that.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Yeah. You know, technically right, although it was probably the original plan. The people that would occupy the space would be a little bit more knowledgeable of the old ways, but, well, we have Ted Faro to thank for that screw-up.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
You could say that.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
Well, I don't think Aloy fully understands the how of it either.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
A very loud friend. Yeah.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
So the Utaru can fight.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
Oh, boy.
couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the Dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
Ew.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Oh.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
Oh.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night. Then attacked from the other side.
Yeah, one of them was in this building.
Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter.
Uh-huh.
Right, I should probably go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Be careful.
We will.
One of Gaia's seedlings. I don't think that's quite accurate. If anything, we here are the seedlings.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
Ooh. I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Where have I seen this before?
Oh, workbench.
It's gonna be a trek to get to the location this Gaia marked.
Do I have what I need to unlock that? No. Go ahead and just mark that as
I'll have to
well.
explore more machine sites.
Perimeter. Ah. see. Well, they definitely made themselves at home. That's an exit.
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
Oh.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat For Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud.
That is certainly a lot for one individual. Ooh.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it when I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now.
That's one of those. Where would they find that?
This is the rite of passage that Vishav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
Aren't I supposed to be carrying that? Okay, I have an archery target in my room.
Hey, Gaia? Why doesn't this door have power?
At my current operating level, I am only able to restore functionality to part of this facility. In time, that may change.
Got it. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
Which means this room is pretty much useless.
Looks like Arendt and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Wasn't this supposed to be the shower facility? Oh, wait. This was the general... The general crew quarters with the showers.
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
So while the old data's lost...
I wonder.
Okay, that's their room. Now that probably...
Gaia, it looks like all the stuff down here connects to the dome. What's it for?
This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data from the terraforming system. This is where it would have been stored.
Aha.
Gotta go after Eleuthia. Erend and Varl are waiting for me at the west exit.
Oh. Aha. Okay.
There has to be more to this data.
Where's that other exit? There they are.
It's gonna be a trek to get to the location that Gaia marked.
Yeah, it'll be nice to stretch my legs after being cooped up in here. There she is.
You ready to head out?
Well,
let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Yeah, looks like he's got the hand of doors.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Of course. Ow. And I hear blaster fire.
Vermin.
What is that?
What the hell?
Her shield.
Well, that takes the keg.
The important thing to note is whatever that weapon was, it took out her shield. And unfortunately for her, being reliant on her
see
shield...
if there's anything over there.
On it.
She didn't have much in the way of defensive
We'll check out the
capabilities.
battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Oh.
Oh, this snow's coming down heavy. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Alright, let's see what that audio file was. Verbana, what? Jiro. Hello, Verbana. What do you have for me? I checked everywhere. Still no sign of the asset. You can call off this pointless search already? Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
What?
Hello, Verbena? What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
Well? Now, what could this asset be?
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
What a mess.
Okay, where was that weapon?
Yeah, it's kind of chilly up here.
Stalkers.
Not rebels, an Oseram, a Zenith, and a freaky machine. I need a drink.
Ah.
One of the sons of Prometheus. It looks like his focus was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Oh, joy.
The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Anywhere else I need to check? Okay, I already checked there.
Forge is grand. What a mess.
Whoa, we appear to have found something.
Have a look around. I'll wait here.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Tenakth rebels, an Asaram, a Zenith, and a freaky machine. I need a drink. You done looking around?
Almost.
Question is, what is left? Grapple point. How many more data points to look at? Spectre unit. Orders received. Prime directive assess recovery of the asset. Secondary directive continue monitor V Suitor. Orders acknowledged. Staff report sent to G Beer. Hostile detected. Engaging targets. Monitor V Suitor, huh? It self-destructed. The weapon didn't explode. Well, it did explode because of a malfunction, but the malfunction wasn't the cause of the explosion. Rigging a weapon to explode if it detected a malfunction, though, is a bit on the extreme side. Ooh. I want to upgrade that armor and see what I can do with it. What else do I need to find here? Oh. There's something. Camp.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that Makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the Asset.
The Asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Could be the asset. No, I don't think it's the asset. Because based on that recording, the asset was something they already had, but they lost. I'm wondering if they were referring to the clone.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the Asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
And if it's if it's Zeniths, don't try to fight them.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the Proving Lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
That is plausible. They kind of give off that we're not good guys vibes.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Part of that, those vibes, is that attitude of, you'll do what I say or else. It has to put a lot of people off. Oh, what is this? That's a transmitter.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Well, that's suspicious. Judging by the smooth curves and the architecture, I'd say that's a Far Zenith transmitter. Doesn't bode
This
well.
was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the Asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Why does he sound like we've done this before? This is the first Far Zenith rooms we've
This will be in my
explored.
stash when I need it.
Or, well, actually, no. Correction. The first would be the shuttle launch facility that I blew up. That's right. Forgot about that.
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh, stairs. And... Oh, the stairs probably came up here.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Yeah, this place is huge, and that is a big wide open area.
A control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Huh. Alright. Oh.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
Yes.
You're right. I should check the log.
Maybe you see a hid in a container. West. Distress signal. 237. 2, 3. Okay, I did say that maybe those numbers would make sense once we were on the location. That's... Wait a minute. That's the clone.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Well.
You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh boy.
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those Spectre things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Like, okay.
I'll protect her.
There.
I should prepare
Okay.
before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Yeah. Prepare what?
Here it comes!
Oh. Whoops. It did. It had to stop.
Down it goes!
Oh! It jumped. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh! I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Oh. Yeah, thank you. Good idea.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Wait, is it down?
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Well, at least it's a Spectre. Ew. Well, at least the Spectres can be killed. Hunter's Mark's not available yet.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Okay, yeah, it's just a pair of specters. Okay. Okay, this one was... Oh, okay. So I should especially target specialty components when I've got that active. So it makes them more vulnerable to crits.
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
Guessing it noticed him.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Oh. Hi there.
Here we go. Hey, Lloyd, get out of there.
Oh.
Pick it up if you need it. This'll help.
Now!
Aloy, for you! It's done for.
Ooh. Okay.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Well, since they don't have the Gaia clone, we know who sent that message.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Oh wait, that's... Oh, wait.
I wonder how much snow's gonna pile up.
Where... Oh. Right. The weapon we were waiting to cool down before we could examine it.
No. Damn it.
Well, that's cute.
It's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Let's talk to Gaia first.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
Yeah.
He's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better check on the clone before I head back out there.
Yes. She retreated to the maintenance corridor directly below us. Varl is with her.
Right.
Well, at least they don't have Gaia.
Thanks, Gaia.
And without Gaia, the subordinate functions are kind of not much use. Although it would be nice to get a backup of Apollo. We've got Apollo.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
'Cause there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. I was hoping you could help me with something. It's about the Tenakth rebels, and it also has to do with the Oseram.
Really? That doesn't sound good. Let me know what I can do to help.
Okay.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do. Sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
Ooh, ouch.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
The lovebirds. Ah, yes.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Well, he's got a point there.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Trusting the Tanakh on some levels is not that hard. Don't be an enemy.
I discovered an Oseram militant group. They call themselves the Sons of Prometheus. It looks like they're the ones overriding machines for the Tanakh rebels.
I thought that was something only you could do.
They're familiar with ancient tech, and they're as anti-Karja as it gets.
So, last year we stopped Durval and his cronies from blowing up Meridian in retribution for the Red Raids. And now you're telling me we have another group of Oseram trying to wipe out the Karja with an army of machines and bloodthirsty Tanakh?
Pretty much.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's just great!
Is there any way you can help me find out who they are? Anything to track them down and stop them?
Yeah, I can send out some messages from Chainscrape. Get in touch with my contacts in the claim, see what I can find out.
I'd appreciate that.
Ah, yay! Uh-oh. Like we got Rebel Tanakh, we got Rebel Oseram.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
So Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Karja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
Alright.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Okay. There's a lot of talking to be done around here.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, considering that she was the one basically opened the door when we met Gaia. Well, no, not when we met Gaia. When we recovered one of the subordinate functions to get Gaia up and running. It's like, oh, door's locked. Well, I'm the only one who can open the door, at least. That's good. And then the door opened. And it's like, that's bad.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again.
Yeah. Hephaestus kind of gotten a little annoyed at humanity. He started arming some of the machines. Although, it is kind of odd that the land gods they speak of have basically maintained their passive routines. Most of the other machines Hephaestus has access to, he kind of turned hostile towards humans.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line.
Yep.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
That's a nice saying.
Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Ew. Whoa.
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
Why does it look like he's guarding the door and the door is locked?
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Wow.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Yeah. Well, they want to claim Earth for themselves, but at the moment there's a whole bunch of pesky, primitive humans living here. And rather than try and assert their dominance and take control and all the headaches that brings, they'd rather just wipe the slate clean, which is why they transmitted a signal to trip up Hades Hades? No, yeah, Hades. To trigger the wipeout program to reset Earth to 0. Then they take control of Gaia, re-terraform the planet, skip the birthing of human stage so that they can take over. Okay.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
Of course.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I
Oh,
requested
boy.
information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
And I imagine she probably asked. I mean, one thing that seems to be common between Elizabeth Sobek, Aloy, and probably Beta is a sense of curiosity. Which is probably why her access was very much curtailed.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
That's probably why they also want to control Gaia. So they can custom tailor the Earth's ecosystem.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system.
When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise.
Surprise. Yeah. Because Gaia would have known that if she wasn't rebuilt, if the planet's ecosystem wasn't self-sustaining stable yet, then without her to maintain everything, of course, even if it had reached self-sustainment, it would still require her to basically neutralize the robots. Otherwise, the robots operating under last known orders might render what was stable unstable.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know.
How many Pharisians are there?
You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus, infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
Well, to be a viable future colony, they would have to be a few thousand.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too.
I'm wondering how much truth there is to that. Just speculation, but if a select number of them managed to basically obtain immortality somehow, but there was only a select few, there could have been an uprising. And those select few took the ship and ran.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Ooh.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Verbena's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
Nice.
All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not. You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, they're gonna die. Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Yeah, well,
okay.
The Apollo program was deleted, so we're kind of on the behind
you
on
can
the
do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
Yeah.
I'll have to explore more to find the parts I need.
Maybe Gaia can bring her up to speed on the whole Gaia getting deleted, and so yeah, we kind of lack the educational resources that she had access to.
Pam Wumpada.
It's a little loud, Erend.
Aloy.
I know. That makes you want to punch something. More like someone. You're the one that helped me find it. People make mistakes.
I mean, Aloy could be as smart as Beta. You know, if Aloy had the full extent of tutorial programs that Beta had access to. After all, they both pretty much have the same brain.
Hey, you and Erend okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This Beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
Of course. Beta lacks the confidence and faith that Aloy has, especially in herself. Something that Aloy pretty much had drilled into her from early childhood.
So, training with Zoe, huh?
Yes, training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
Sharing a room?
You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Yeah.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else.
Oh. You might want to... Yeah, there's more data on that one, but the animals weren't dead. Oh.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Erend. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from one seed. That seemed to help a bit.
Well, not entirely wrong
I'm
there.
guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second, I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tenakth and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
Especially considering how far apart they are. If I'm not mistaken, the Nora are pretty much as far east as their world consists of an east.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready.
Let's see what we got.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Arendt definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
Wow,
How's
he's got a
everyone
lot.
doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
Dang, there's still more
I
inconvenience?
see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place.
Okay. And
Looks
Zenith.
like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, the tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough.
Uh-huh.
I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Beta's probably stronger than she realizes yet, but... Oh, yeah. And we're going overtime again.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
Sure.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores, from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Basically, reboot them back to default functions.
Snow's melting on my clothes. Great.
Okay. Oh, let's see what here
I
we
see you,
have.
champion. Sit. Choosing the right rations can be just as important to your chance of survival as choosing the right weapons. If you want food that'll save your life out in the wilds, go northwest to Saltbite. The cook there, Pintala, she'll whip up a meal for anyone who needs it, to knock or not.
I'll make sure to pay her a visit if I'm out that way.
Ah.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
Maybe later. And this, I think this is where we'll call it a night. We've got a lot
Keep
of
your eyes
running
open
around
out
to
there,
do.
soldier.
I wish to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
If you need a merchant, here I am.